Hello, I hope you're keeping well. Today I'm making the most of an early crop of apples. I'm making apples à la condé, a dish of stewed apples with rice. For this recipe you will need rice, lemon, orange flower water, milk, sugar, eggs, butter and apples. I'm now going to start with my rice. Sylvia has already rinsed it and I'm going to add milk, orange flower water, sugar, lemon zest and a little bit of butter. This is a French recipe and is easily 100 years old. It was named, I think, after a duke from before their revolution. I suppose the French Republic then changed it. And then it was changed again when the king came back. I'm glad I didn't have to learn French history at school. All those kings and emperors, and now they have a president. This recipe has outlasted a number of heads of state. The rice now needs to be cooked on the range, and after it's boiled, I shall give it to Marianne and she'll put it in a slow oven. While my rice is cooking, I'm going to prepare the apples. I'm simply going to peel and core them and then put them in a pan, cover them with water and add a bit of sugar. I'm going to serve this as a sweet entremet. Depending on the kind of house you're working in, you'll be used to serving in one of two styles. The older style is called à la française, although some people called it the Old English style. For that, you have 2 courses and a dessert. Unless it's a smaller house with a smaller table, and then you have to have 4 courses to get as many dishes on. Depending on how many courses you are serving, the dishes for each course are laid out all at the same time symmetrically. You could have anything up to 6 to 20 dishes at one time. Mr. Lincoln and I always sit down and plan whenever there's a big dinner. The first course is soup and fish with entrees. These are fancier dishes like cutlets or soufflés or small pies. A chance for the cook to show off his or her skill. The second course is roasted meats. That's game or farmed, and they're served with entremets. These are vegetable dishes such as sea kale or asparagus salad, or sweet dishes like this one. And then dessert, which can quite simply be fruit and nuts or ices. These are now going to poach and they'll be done about the same time as my rice. So all I have to do is assemble the dish. My rice is perfect. I'm now going to add 2 egg yolks while it's still hot. And then I'm going to line it around the middle here of my dish. The rice is really important in this dish. It's almost like a rice pudding, although a good rice pudding would have taken longer in the oven. It's somewhere between a rice pudding and a border. I don't think the French would like our rice pudding. It's too plain. rice pudding is normally served to the nursery or as an invalid's dish. I've used Carolina rice, which is a very good rice. It's very versatile. It's important to use a good rice for this, one that won't fall apart when you cook it, but also won't refuse to stick. Now I'm going to add my apples. I'm going to fill the centre with some apricot marmalade. I suppose you could put cream in there, but then the French would probably say that it's no longer pommes à la condé and more pommes à la crème or some such. You could just call it stewed apples with rice if you worked in a middle-class family with no pretensions to fashion. You could make this dish with pears or even apricots. And I have been known to stew the apples in a red wine, which has given them a gorgeous red colouring. My advice to anyone seeking a career in cooking is that even if you don't know any French to begin with, you should learn culinary French, because all the fashionable menus are in French and French dishes are very popular. If you can get some experience working under a French man cook like I did, then that will certainly help your prospects. And there we are, pommes à la condé, perfect for a sweet entremet at the end of the summer.